If you hate mosquitoes, then you have to watch this video because it will solve the problem once and for all with a simple trick that we use with the best remedies against mosquitoes. Because what we're talking about here are these mosquito coils. The problem with them, however, is that you can only use them outdoors because they start to smoke and emit a scent that mosquitoes don't like, so they won't come near wherever you set them up. But with a simple trick, we can also use them inside the house. For this, we also need toothpaste. The process is actually incredibly simple. All you need is a glass and one of these mosquito coils. Now break it up, just like you can see me doing here. That's pretty easy to do. Once you've carefully placed several small pieces of it into the glass, you will also need two more essential ingredients. One of them is in fact vinegar. Because now you should add a small amount of vinegar to the mix. Add enough so that ideally the mosquito coils are completely submerged in the vinegar. To intensify the whole thing even further, you'll also need some lavender oil. An essential oil like this is enough and you should use at least a few drops. And of course we still need the toothpaste mentioned at the beginning. Add a generous strip of it to the mixture. Now stir everything well until the toothpaste has completely dissolved. There are now two different ways you can use this mixture. For the first method, you'll need a small piece of aluminum foil, as you can see here. Because here you can now carefully use tweezers to place a few small pieces of this thoroughly soaked mosquito coil on top, then gently fold the entire thing together like this and use a sharp toothpick to poke a few tiny small holes in the very top. For the second method, you simply leave everything in the glass container, then grab another piece of aluminum foil, carefully wrap it around the top, securely fasten it with a rubber band, and once again gently poke a few small holes in it with a toothpick. Now you have two different options. For example, you can place the jar somewhere in your home. It really doesn't matter where. Somewhere you can clearly see it, or perhaps a little more discreetly hidden, but in those specific places where you truly don't want to see the glass directly, you can also effectively use the small pieces we previously carefully folded together from aluminum foil. This brings the following significant benefit. You absolutely cannot light a mosquito coil in your apartment because it produces a substantial amount of smoke. But this way, you can still take advantage of the benefits because now you have an incredibly strong mixture that will keep mosquitoes away from you wherever you place it or set it out in your apartment. It also lasts about 1 to 2 weeks, so much longer. If you want to learn another brilliant trick against mosquitoes, then check out the video you now see on the screen. Click on it right away.